I was going to buy Jonathan a set, like a little bistro patio set or something to go on his little porch so he could sit outside and, you know, just do whatever it is Jonathan does, watch his wind chimes or whatever. But then he said to me, he said, Mommy, can't I have that set that you have at home? And I was like, you really want that old set? I picked it up at an auction, this set, oh golly, almost 20 years ago, I guess. And they were vintage. I thought from maybe the 1960s, but as I've gone through the layers of paint, it turns out this kind of, well, not kind of, this pink color is the original bottom layer of paint just before you hit metal. So I'm thinking they were probably 1950s. And Jonathan likes them, so I said, okay. And he said, well, but he wants some red. And I said, no problem. So I started scraping off the different layers of paint, as you can see. And it was a cream color like this when I bought them, which, well, I say like this, it's kind of scraped already. But I should say like the one over there when I bought them. It was a very bad paint job, and I had always intended to scrape them down and paint them. And, you know, hey, 20 years came and went, and then I never got around to it. But you know how it is. What you won't do for yourself, you'll do for your children. So Jonathan wants red, so scraping it down will do, and we will make it red. But it turned out there was the cream color on top. Beneath that was a green, and beneath that was yellow. So it's actually pretty funny. And then beneath that, like I said, the final layer of pink. So it's really kind of neat. We're scraping away years of history here, and like I said, we've had them for almost 20 years now, so they've lived a lot of life, these chairs, but they're still, I mean, just really solid chairs. And it's got a little table that matches it too, so I'm really excited. It's going to be a colonial red for Jonathan. His front door will be a colonial red when we're done, because he loves red. So I got this scraper, and I've been scraping off layer by layer by layer, and it actually works pretty fast. So it's getting a little dull now. Time to change the blade again probably, but it actually works pretty good. So we shall get on with the scraping, and I'll show you when we get to the next step. So you see I got most of it scraped off. It's pretty smooth right now. I'm going to sand it now. So you'll see there's a couple of places where there's still some yellow, but it's not really scraping off. So I'm going to just sand it down, and we'll get going from there. And what I've got is some coarse sandpaper. It's a coarse made for metal, 3M CRS, for coarse. But anyway, so I'm going to use this to sand it. I've been slowly scraping on this for several days now, so sanding it hopefully will get to actually get a little bit of paint going in the next, today, tomorrow, sometime soon, hopefully. I'd like to see what it's going to look like red, and I think Jonathan would be excited. He's staying the night with his grandma tonight, so if he came back and found a painted chair, that'd be pretty cool, I think. And Jonathan's water heater just arrived. Woohoo! Awesome! Okay, so here's the before, what they looked like before I started, or what, I've only done one, but what it looked like before I started. Chipped up, a little rusting, but solid, you know, good. And here's what it looks like. Scraped, sanded, and painted. He is going to love it. So I've got it out in the front yard, so when he gets home from Grandma's tomorrow, he's going to see it right away. So excited. I really like the way it turned out. I thought the colonial red worked out perfectly, and the paint I got actually has, it's a primer and a paint, colonial red. So like I said, that should work out perfect since he's got a red roof and we're doing some little red accents and so forth. Anyway, I'll keep you posted on how the other ones go. And you know, there's something about that scraping and sanding that's just really relaxing. I might move them onto the back deck and work on them there. But no, I've been working on them right over here under these beautiful trees where even on the hottest day, it is nice. So the kids' little bop game there. And this is the table that goes with the set. And there's hardly any paint left on it, so there's not going to be a whole lot of scraping. It's going to be mostly sanding to get the rust off. So I'm starting to scrape the last chair, or well, the second chair to his set. It's not the actual last chair, like I said. But so I've got it mostly scraped. I'm down to the yellow on most of it, as you can see. And so I've added to my things that I'm using a wire brush that I found in my husband's. Got the first coat on. I still need to flip it over. So because inside the ring here, you can still see where the red didn't make the full coverage because it needs to be flipped, but it looks cute. I like it. I think the color's pretty good. Jonathan definitely likes it. He's so excited. So hopefully almost finished scraping on the other chair. So while I'm scraping on that, I'm also cooking chicken marsala in the sun oven. Gotta love Texas, don't you? I have had this sun oven for, I don't know how many years now, 4, 5 years now, maybe? I don't know, but I love it. It is the perfect thing to own in Texas or any place where you have warm weather. You know, people use it up north too, but I mean, like here in Texas, you could practically cook without even putting it in an oven. It gets so hot. Here is the last chair. As you can see, we are making good progress. It's taking a little longer to scrape this back part off. I'm not sure why. They actually got a better coat of paint on there, but it looks like they actually brushed it on there with a paintbrush. So here is the completed table. It's nice. Got it underneath. Inside, I flipped it over after I did the whole coating as much as I could on the outside. Then I flipped it over and painted it underneath to make sure everything was coated good so we didn't get any areas that were not coated. But anyway, he liked it. He was so excited. Thanks to my being able to cook in the sun oven and scrape on the chair outside, I can bring my Kindle outside and watch a documentary. Can't ask for more than that. Multitasking. So fun. And there we go. The final chair. Okay, we are back at the tiny cabin. I am currently working on cleaning off Jonathan's porch. So now we are going to put in some more tongue and groove. I mean, well, not now, but I brought some more. And that will hopefully finish off the long wall in his house. But like I said, I want to go ahead and clean off his porch so we can set up his patio set, and him and I can sit down and enjoy a little lunch together. There we go. There's the little patio set. And there's King Louie in his new chair with the set. So we turned old into new for a new little house. A little dining music. Bon appetit.